Hey guys, it's Will. It's Hong Kong Cinema Appreciation Society. Welcome back to the channel. If you are new to the channel, welcome. Thank you for finding us. I hope you enjoy this video. If you do enjoy this video, if you could give us a sub and a thumbs up and maybe a comment, that would be much appreciated. I love the comment section. I say it all the time. There was at one point a suggestion that, I'm sorry, my hair is just like, I have no idea what's going on with it today. I cannot control it. It's just like, it doesn't look good no matter what I do with it. I don't know. Maybe I need a haircut. But there was at one point a suggestion of a drinking game every time I mentioned the comment section in a video. But then I think everyone would just be totally hammered like 10 minutes into the video. I don't know. I guess that depends on what your tolerance level is. Anyway, tangent aside, I'm going to jump right into this video because I am here today to talk about my favorite thing to talk about on this channel. The whole reason this channel exists, ultimately, if you really boil it down to it, is Jackie Chan. So Shout Factory has announced the Jackie Chan Collection Volume 2. I'm reading from my computer, which is why I'm being evasive with my eye contact. 1983 to 1993 comes with an exclusive poster. The list price is $85.99. It is a Blu-ray set. It is coming out on the 25th of April, 2023, available in the US and Canada. They have not released all of the features that will be on here, but they have announced what the films will be. And so I'm just kind of here to tell you what the movies are and to talk a little bit about this, and I'll be out of your hair. It is 8 discs. It's 20.25 hours. So I guess that's 2 hours and 15 minutes, or 20 hours and 15 minutes, excuse me. That's a lot of Jackie Chan. It's not quite a day. You'd have to add one movie on top of this, and then you could have a 24-hour Jackie Chan marathon. Although 20 hours and 15 minutes is probably a good amount of time to build in breaks for meals and the bathroom and stuff like that. So maybe it's actually a perfect length for that. Okay, so let's see what's in here. Winners and Sinners, this is one of my favorite movies ever. You'll know if you watch this channel. I just love this movie to death. That's one of my favorite comedies, one of my favorite Sammo movies, one of my favorite Jackie movies, one of my favorite Hong Kong movies, one of my favorite martial arts. Even though it's not really a martial arts movie, it does have some fight scenes in it, but I can't say enough good things about this movie. Wheels on Meals, which is maybe my favorite ever Jackie Chan movie, and another one of my all-time favorite movies, one of my favorite comedies, one of my favorite Jackie movies, one of my favorite Sammo movies, one of my favorite martial arts movies. Both of those movies are like a 10 out of 10 for me. The Protector, and also worth mentioning, obviously, Winners and Sinners and Wheels and Meals have both been released by Eureka on Blu-ray in the UK for Region B. The Protector, which has been released by 88 Films in the UK, and that's a fantastic release, and so are the other ones. The Eureka release of Wheels on Meals is incredible. I can't recommend that release enough, and the Eureka release of the Lucky Stars trilogy, also incredible. The Protector, which is, the film with Danny Aiello that's in English, that was directed by James Glickenhaus, and it will have the US cut and the Hong Kong cut. Twinkle Twinkle Lucky Stars, which is the Lucky Stars film series is Winners and Sinners, My Lucky Stars, Twinkle Twinkle Lucky Stars. So it looks like the first and the third films of the trilogy are in here, but the second one is not. I don't know why. I don't know if they couldn't get the rights to it. I don't know if they didn't want to deal with the controversy of the rape jokes in that movie. I have no idea why it's not in here. I'm not even going to hypothesize. But Twinkle Twinkle and Winners and Sinners are actually my two favorite films in that original run of 3 films. I think there's like 7 of those movies altogether, but it was originally the 3, and then the series kept going. Those are my two favorites. And then actually there's 2 cuts on here, the 94-minute Hong Kong and the extended 107-minute cut. Armor of God, which is just a classic, very well-known film, which has been released by 88 Films in a really fancy edition in the UK with like a hardcover case and a big booklet and everything like that. And I did review that edition, so you can find that on the channel. Crime Story, which I think is a pretty underrated film. It's directed by Kirk Wong, and Kent Cheng is in it. And it's like a pretty hard-edged, like violent, aggressive, dark cop movie that really is kind of more like a heroic bloodshed, kind of the type of movie that you might see John Woo in, or like a type of or not John Woo. What am I saying? John Woo. Chow Yun-fat would be in, or like the kind of movie you might see like Ringo Lam or someone like Johnny To directing. It's like dark and violent and kind of scuzzy. But in the end, Jackie Chan's star power won out over the artistic vision of Kirk Wong, from what I understand, and made the movie a lot more Jackie, even though for a Jackie movie, it's still like pretty dark and brutal and violent. I really like that movie. Like, I really like that movie. Kirk Wong has like a very kind of, the visual aesthetic of that movie, like it almost kind of reminds me of Blade Runner. It has like these really saturated lights. It's very blue, but like the way that the set design is done and this kind of, it has certain scenes of this very claustrophobic environment. I see like some influence from like, Ridley Scott and like those types of filmmakers, and it's really interesting. And then we have City Hunter, which is, if you know anything about City Hunter, just completely batshit insane what is happening right now. Comedy that's based on an anime that. Okay, so I don't think My Lucky Stars is not in here because of risque jokes, because City Hunter has some very risque jokes that you could never in a million years do now. So I don't know why. I'm guessing it's a rights issue, but anyway. So those are the 8 films that are on this set. The first set is already out. I've heard people say good things about it. I've heard people say bad things about it. I don't have it. I don't really know what to tell you about it. I know that people put in a shitload of work on that first set, making it as good as they could possibly make it. I know that people who are involved in the Hong Kong cinema community, who contribute to labels like 88 Films, to Eureka, to Arrow, to Criterion, are also working on these, and they're doing their absolute best to make them as good as they can possibly make them within the budgets and the materials, the constraints and the materials that they have. I want to give Shop Factory the benefit of the doubt. I've spoken about this a lot on this channel before. I love their releases of the Halloween series, the Friday the 13th series. I think they do amazing work, so I'm going to hope they do amazing work on these Hong Kong films. This is the Jackie Chan Collection Volume 2, 1983 to 1993. Like I said, it comes with an exclusive poster. Actually, the list price is $100, but then it has it marked down to $85.99, releasing on April 25th of 2023. My name is Will. This is Hong Kong Cinema Appreciation Society. I thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you next time.